Hey guys, it's me again, Loadership99, and I am here to bring you my next shipwreck model. It is not a Titanic, it probably is one of the most famous Cunard ships of all time, and probably this will be the second video ever on YouTube of the wreck of this ship. And before I show you the wreck, sorry, I'm just still a bit crook. I tried basing this model off what I know the ship looks like and what I think as a whole the ship would look like as a wreck. So yeah, I tried my best and this came out of it. So without further ado, let's launch right into it. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, the Lusitania. Yes, I have built a Lusitania wreck. Now, this actually didn't take too long to make, because, as you know, Lusitania is just collapsed. It's just a whole just collapsed wreck from all the mine testing that the British did to this poor beautiful ship. I'm just going to call it Lucy from now on. And down there, signed by me in a grave like my Titanic models, Lusitania. Now, if you guys didn't know about the Lusitania, Lusitania was a Cunard RMS steamship, Royal Mail steamer. And I think she was the first out of three sisters, and yes, there were three sisters, including herself, RMS Lusitania, RMS Mauretania, and RMS Aquitania. But Aquitania was built later. It was just the two twin sisters, Mauretania and Lucy. And unfortunately, World War I broke out, and she was commissioned as a transport ship. Like, she was still in, I don't think she was a transport ship, but she still resumed, civilian service as a merchant ship. And unbeknownst to her fellow passengers, on the fateful morning of 15th of May, I'm not too sure. Everyone knows what happened to Lusitania. If you don't, I'll explain it. So, she was continuing going through civilian service, and all the newspapers warned every passenger who read the papers, if they were to embark on the Lusitania, to be warned of submarines, U-boats. One of the most deadliest things in all of World War One, because Germans are superior with their they were the most superior with their ships and the U-boat, the submarine. So, as a result of that, Britain had to take a lot of caution. They had to take caution. So, but despite all the warnings and the eerie feelings that Lucy was going to get struck, she kept sailing on. And on the 7th of June, or I'm not too sure about the date, I'm pretty sure it's June, 7th of June, it was an early morning sunrise, and off Kinsale, Ireland, Lucy was about to arrive in Ireland from New York City, until she was rocked by an explosion caused by a torpedo from U-20, captained by Walter Schwieger, and people on the U-boat were actually hesitant to fire this torpedo, but U-20 was running out of fuel. They were running out of trophies to take back to Germany. They needed to sink more ships. So once they heard that the Lusitania was on the water, they headed out and hopefully found her, which unfortunately they did, and turned her into what we know of Lusitania today. But enough of that. Let's get on to the model itself. Now, the model was just, you know, pretty easy to make. I'm just going to say that. And if you look at it carefully, you can see something very familiar about this base model that I used. And yes, it has 4 propellers, but I actually had spare parts to use for these. This is actually a Titanic model. 1 to 1200 scale model. And I just cut it down to make it look like the Lusitania and put I left the bilge keels on because all ships like that had bilge keels, so that was fine. And I added the quad propellers just on this side down below because that's all crushed. And I cut the rudder just a bit to make it look like Lusitania's rudder, and broke the stern because the stern's all collapsed along with the rest of the decking of the ship. Oh, I hate being sick still. Excuse all the noises, all the sniffing and that. Alright, enough of the grossness. So here we've got the bow, the most recognisable part of the ship, with the bent foremast and all the dents and holes punctured through from all the time underwater. All the watertight compartments you can see in there. And the foremast is just gone. And there's the cargo crane, all twisted and bent downwards. Now, I haven't added fishing net onto the wreck, so I didn't have all that checkered netting, so I had to go with ropes. But once I get fishing net, I'll dangle some over the bow here. But yeah, I just used all these ropes to make it look like just ship ropes scattered about. And in here is where the decking was, and the funnels and parts of the decking that were ripped off. Like, that's all the holes from the housing of the decking and stuff. There's the stern. You can see just that oval-like piece there. Debris, all brown and broken. You can see all the promenade deck windows, all just broken and put into pieces. And if I tip the model up like this, I'll give you a full look of the model. I don't know if you can see that, but if I go along from the bow to the funnel holes, you can see up top here are the funnels. Now, the funnels aren't really there anymore because they're disintegrated, but when she landed on the bottom, the funnels were pretty much intact because she went over on her side, so they just popped off. But yeah, that's all I used to make this model. Really, there wasn't much to it, and I just used paper and painted it, gave it that wet look and bent and just yuck look. More scratches up and down the side of the hull. And yet again, I used air hardening clay for this because it's got that white, makes the brown stand out well, just like the Titanic model. And all the debris that I used was just plastic sprue, pieces of the hull, toothpicks, and the foremasts and all that came off. But yeah, that's pretty much it of this model. Let's just give you more shots there. So yeah, guys, that's probably gonna be it for this. Sorry about being sick and hearing all the sniffing noises. I'm trying to do the best I can. But, oh god, there it is again. And comment, like, and subscribe if you want to be notified with more videos in the future, because I will be doing more wrecks. I still got the Britannic, the Carpathia, and all those to do. If you guys want me to see a Carpathia model, in my last video I said if we could reach 10 likes, I will get right to it. I will start right away and I'll get a Carpathia model done for you guys. But yeah, we'll see where things go. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.